Welcome to the post show.
Hey.
One man down. Man, it's
Man
really
down.
a huge difference when one of us is missing.
Yeah.
JC's out with the flu. He caught it from his son, Kason.
Did we send anybody over there to verify that? They sent Justin to verify that I had the flu.
No one sent Justin. He wanted to do that.
He wanted to bring you goodies.
Yeah,
And-
it is weird with someone,
Yeah.
especially JC, because he stands there in the middle and he's pressing all the buttons,
conducting.
answering the phone.
Yeah.
And he brings his sparkly personality.
Absolutely.
So we do miss him. And hopefully he'll be feeling well enough to come back tomorrow. We'll see, because we don't want him to come back till he's ready, but we also sorely miss him, and I'm sure the audience did as well today.
Well, we should have called Rent-A-Mex.
Rent-A-Mex?
Yeah, that new service that's a Rent-A-Mexican. Come on, y'all.
Man,
I'm sure that's offensive in so many ways, but I'll just let
Al's
y'all be
like the
mad at him.
minority that never has other minorities backed. But Kelly, you're lucky you haven't gotten sick.
Yeah,
you've been
knock wood.
surrounded.
I've never had the flu in my life, and I don't intend to ever get it. I
But
knock wood to
it
my
was all
knuckles.
in your house, though.
Yeah, it was all in my house. My son, our son Cole, had flu B, and daughter had strep. But we got some advice from a wellness expert. We also, did the Tamiflu and what the doctor recommended, but she also recommended this regimen that involved probiotics, megadoses of D and C, and had a lot of people. Some people aren't going to agree, and some people, I don't know why people get angry, but it's just what worked for us. Within 24 hours, he was a completely different child.
Man,
his
that's
fever was
amazing.
broken, and it was just incredible. So. No, I have to preface it. Always check with your doctor because, but this is what worked for us. And I put it in our blog, my blog at kellyandalan.com. It's got a lot of people that have looked at it. The important thing this lady said was hydration is so important when you have the flu, and not with sugary drinks, because sugar is a breeding ground for bacteria. So if you're giving your kid sugary Kool-Aid and drinks because it's liquid, it's actually having a negative effect. And I think that's really the most important thing. And plus, just she suggested straight water, but
Stuff with electrolytes.
Yeah, or you could do the tabs and things.
Sugar, yeah.
So that's really important, and to keep them hydrated, because that's why a lot of people are seeing this turn into pneumonia and other complications.
It is serious.
Yeah, and you often will let anyone eat anything. I found, because I used to be so into sugar, and now I've cut sugar. I get sick every year. How have I not gotten this? There's something to what I'm doing.
Yeah, so eliminating sugar, especially at times of sickness, and dairy.
Yep.
But
eat
also,
a cold, starve a fever, too. That's what they say.
Yeah, and she recommended for the cough Mucinex over Dimetapp, because Mucinex thins the mucus, but Dimetapp dries it up, and you want the mucus to be flowing somewhat. It's interesting stuff. So if you want to read the blog and see what worked for us, and Alan and I, of course, have been megadosing C's and D's. She wanted us to do that for 3 days with the megadoses, and after 3 days, we can cut back but still take them.
Okay.
And we haven't gotten sick, and we've been nursing 2 sick kids. So there you go. It's just using medicine and alternative vitamins and natural ways too.
Well, you talked to your wellness. Jenna actually flew out of the state to get her wellness on this past weekend.
I did, yes. So Resort wanted Mackenzie and I for our Fittish lifestyle brand that we have to come out and try this wellness retreat. Mackenzie was very excited about it. I was apprehensive, like it was going to be fat camp or something, that they were going to monitor what we ate. And it wasn't like that at all. It was intensive. It was a lot of education, but we still, cheated. We still had some other snacks and food, but it was so great. I learned how to cook some cool things in the kitchen.
Okay, all right.
I mean, it was definitely, you're dorking out on wellness a little bit in this situation, but a lot of fascinating things. I definitely don't eat enough greens. Got to up that.
Okay.
But Kelly's right. They said we should all be taking a lot more vitamin D.
And you had a couple of different kinds of greens while you were out there, right?
I did. I decided, since it's legal, to take some cannabis lemonade. And without reading
it's refreshing.
the advised amount.
Does it taste good, though?
It does, yeah, it tastes. I mean, they've
Tastes
gotten
just like
so good
lemonade?
out there. I think because they've started, this is a huge business that it does. It doesn't have this didn't have it did not taste like I would assume weed would taste like. It just tasted like a syrup that you'd add to a drink. But I took a swig like you would from a NyQuil bottle.
That was a mistake.
Yeah, it
Were you hungry
left
after
me in
with
the
the
fetal
munchies?
position. It makes you you don't have the munchies. I felt like I was dying.
Oh,
I was
okay.
like, and,
That's what I
and
want in my
Mackenzie
weed.
laughed at me. And then we recorded a podcast when I was feeling better.
Okay.
So that's an interesting Fittish podcast
Did
that
you
we
see
have this week.
any celebrities? I didn't even ask you this on the air.
No celebrities.
No
I
celebrities?
don't think I have no celebrities. I was
Okay.
outside of LA a little bit.
Okay.
In Westlake, California.
But not far from, what is it, Calabasas?
Right by an exit past Calabasas.
So you were an exit from the Kardashians.
So yeah,
beautiful part of the world.
Their health and wellness center there.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people taking retreats and stuff. So it was very informative.
Well,
what'd you do?
I spent my weekend not blowing up in my truck. I mean, it doesn't sound like
How does it get a leak?
I don't know,
Hit something?
Jenna. I didn't hit anything because it was actually the fluid. There's diesel fuel coming out of the engine, basically out of the fuel filter, and I didn't know. I'm not a mechanic. All I knew was there was smoke coming from the back of my truck because I was looking in my rearview mirror and I said, my car is smoking. And then the car that's right behind me on a clear day had the windshield wipers on.
That poor guy behind you.
Yes, and I didn't know. I didn't know if it was like radiator fluid. I didn't know what it was. So I pull over and look out. There's like a spewing. Diesel fuel is spewing out of the bottom of my truck.
Did you have to call out the hazmat team?
I called road service. They said, well, we got to call 911. I said, my truck's not on fire.
No, but the chemicals are on the ground. You got to get that taken care of.
Chemical schmimical.
Oh, my
I just called my friend that has a tow truck. He towed that bad boy down to the Ford house. It'll be fine. And
wow.
So that meant that I
should have called somebody and said, hey, there's a big gushing puddle of diesel fuel. Yeah.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm leaking fluid.
I'm sure it'll be fine. I leak fluid all the time. So that meant I had no car over the weekend, and I wanted to have a date. I wanted to go see a movie. I wanted to go see Black Panther. And so I bought 2 tickets thinking, surely I can find a date. To Black Panther, the biggest movie of all time. Couldn't find anybody to go with.
I can't believe you didn't at least ask your mother.
My mother goes to sleep in movies. And
she might have wanted to see this. This is really a monumental movie.
Yeah, it is. But my mother, trust me.
You should ask her and see what she would have said.
I'll
Instead, you're just out $20.
I am.
And you can get a refund, FYI.
You can?
Yes, you can get a refund.
I did not know that because
Does it make you a bad black if you fall asleep in a black power movie?
I think so. I would not be able to say that in public.
I'll tell you, we didn't talk about it on the air today, but Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's a good looking brother.
He is so smoking hot in this movie.
Brother.
I don't want to give any.
I think the lead guy that plays Black Panther is so hot.
Oh gosh, what's his name? I forgot it all of a sudden.
Golly, I consider
T'Challa.
Yes, we don't. Hey, it's a spoiler. We don't want to spoil it.
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick Boseman. Thank you.
Yeah, but when Michael takes off his shirt, I'm like, oh my God. And he looks like a Wayans brother. I was like, there's so many Wayans. I think he looks like Marlon maybe.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh, he is so smoking hot in this movie.
He did great.
And the female warriors in this movie, the ones that guard the king, you just want to be one.
They have that
so
spear
bad.
and they have that
Wakanda forever.
Oh
my gosh, they were smoking. So the movie's great. It broke all kinds of records, including most money made by a director that wasn't white.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
something like that. Mm-hmm. I didn't know they even kept.
They keep records for everything apparently.
Yeah, big opening weekend. Okay, I'm gonna go see it.
Yeah, please do. It's good. In fact, I wish I'd give you my extra
Make sure
ticket.
you don't drink a big gulp or anything because it's over 2 hours long.
Yes.
Time your pee break. Apparently, there's an app that can tell you exactly when you're supposed to go to the bathroom during movies that especially are long. Because if you go during a certain part, like my husband did, you're going to miss out on a very key part of the story that you kind of need to know. So make sure you time that correctly. And stay for the credits. Al and I both sat through the credits because 1 minute in, there's one special scene. And then another 5 minutes later, at the very end of all the credits, there's another bonus scene.
Go ahead and leave.
That for Al and myself, we're not huge in the Marvel Comics world.
Yeah.
But apparently this is
really?
a taste of another.
Oh, yes, it's a taste of another movie.
They're introducing. I don't know who this guy is.
Can you just
my
ruin
husband,
it?
I don't want to ruin it because my husband didn't know who it was. But he's not really that. He's all into Star Wars and stuff. So excited when the Solo preview came out, the Solo teaser. He's super excited about that. But he was like, we waited around for that. And so did Big Al and so did I because I don't know who this person is.
Very disappointed.
But if you're huge into Marvel Comics, make sure you stay until the very, very end.
Yes.
And make sure you go with an empty bladder.
Coming up tomorrow, we will be sending you, let's see, The Walking Dead returns this Sunday, and we want to send you and a guest
Al's
to
reading
the
it.
set.
He's
Yeah, I just want to make sure I got it
you
right.
You get to go to
dude.
the Last Supper in
Yes.
Atlanta, so this is a cool fan experience if you like The Walking Dead.
Go to KiddNation.com, enter once each day to win that. Tomorrow's Wednesday. That means love letters to Kelly.
Yeah.
And ask us whatever you want with whatever Wednesday.
And hopefully JC will be back. If he's still sick, we want him to get well and stay home and not get us sick
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah.
anyway,
right.
we'll be back tomorrow.
Now
Thanks
it's
for-
time to go celebrate office birthdays.
Yeah.
Yay.
Oh yeah. We got to
That's what
celebrate
we do after the show.
Nick's and who else? There's like 2.
Amy's birthday's coming up.
So we celebrate like the whole month with one. So it must
Yeah.
be Nick
Yeah.
and Amy's. All right. So
All right.
happy birthday to them and thank you
Bye, y'all.
for watching.